Welcome back for a brand new episode of Charm City Beat. Me and Dwayne are at the table, and we got a lot of breaking news for you. So, as reported, actually literally moments before the camera started rolling, Bleacher Report released a report saying that former Cubs bench coach Brandon Hyde is now the new manager for the Baltimore Orioles. Another big analytics guy. We're going in the right direction, people.
Yeah. Everybody's on the same page for the first time in years. We have a GM. We have a manager. We have owners that are on board with one solid direction. So it's gonna be a rough couple years, but we have the people in place to guide the ship.
We're going the right way. That's all we got to say. Now, I'll give you a little background about Brandon Hyde. He played for the Chicago White Sox for 3 years as a catcher and a first baseman. Before he was the bench coach for the Cubs, he was the director of player development and a first base coach. 45 years old, pretty decently young guy. I mean, we got a guy that's big into player development.
Yes.
So this is exciting. If you're not excited for opening day and a new season coming up, I don't know what else can make you excited.
Yeah. The birds are young, and it's an exciting time. We get to live this new process.
Yes.
So I think there should be nothing but optimism for the future. So
yeah, I mean, this is definitely what we need. We needed youth. We needed analytics. We needed someone that could develop the players that we have, and we're getting it, man. Oh my God, this is exciting.
It is. It is. I hope it works out. We need
I hope for the best.
Hey, the winter meetings are still going on. We could maybe scoop up a couple veterans, some leaders. Adam Jones is still out there. I'm just saying. But we'll see what happens. But this is just another step in the right direction.
Yeah, everything the Orioles have been doing the last couple of months since the season ended, I'm satisfied.
Yeah,
very satisfied.
Yeah, you just got to stay the course.
Yes,
stay the course.
Yes, let's stay on plan. But in other news, let's talk about it. Ravens suffered a loss to the Chiefs in overtime, losing by a field goal. And if you watched Third and Goal last week, I predicted this. Yeah. I saw this coming. But it's raised a lot of questions, as I predicted. People were going to ask, well, if Joe's healthy, do we put him in? If Lamar is healthy, who starts? And for me, it's simple. Lamar Jackson. The team's playing a lot better. Yeah. I mean, yes, we lost to the Chiefs. Now, given the grand fact, our safeties didn't do a damn thing, obviously.
Weddle,
wow, what's going on, man? Like a statue. What's going on? You shave your beard, you start sucking. What's going on, bro? I don't get this. I don't like this. But, again, you're talking about a Chiefs offense who's one of the top offenses in the NFL. Probably second to the Saints.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to say I probably had about 3 heart attacks during that game. But you got to stop them. You had them at 4th and 9.
We had them.
A great defense. We have a great defense.
We do.
But great defenses don't give up 2 4th downs on a game tying drive.
Exactly.
It just hurts. But with the negatives come positives. There were a lot of positives to take away from that game too. We hung with probably the second best team in the league. We hung with the best team in the league in the Saints.
Yeah.
So I think if we do get over that hump and make those playoffs, I don't think we should be scared of any team
at all.
So
I mean, here's the thing: we're scoring.
Yeah.
Let's just look at Lamar Jackson alone. His stats. There's a blemish on it, but we'll get to that. Yeah. 13 for 24 for 147 yards, 2 passing touchdowns, 13 rushing attempts for 71 yards. My apologies. And of course, the 1 fumble loss. Now, people were complaining that Lamar Jackson isn't a passer, yada yada yada. Well, he passed more than he ran. He got 2 passing touchdowns, which, I mean, I can't even remember the last time we had that much success offensively.
Yeah.
I mean, again, you're going against one of the best teams in the NFL, and that's what you put up. Okay.
Yeah. Time of possession. It comes down. It is the first game in the last 3. I think we've had under 200 rushing yards. We finished with 198. But
2 yards away.
But time of possession. I mean, you keep the defense fresh, you're gonna win some games.
Yeah.
He brings that spark. There were times where it looked like he was going to go down. He escaped the pocket. He didn't make as many bad decisions, I felt, this week. He threw the ball away. It's just, the one thing I wish about Lamar, he just cannot take those hits. Cannot take those hits. But he's learning.
Well, if he hits the
learning.
weight room in the offseason, he could probably take those hits.
Yeah.
But I mean, the thing is, and we've had this argument with other people all weekend. I think since Sunday. Yeah.
Joe, what have you done for me lately?
Yeah,
what have you done for me
that's the biggest question. And people are saying, and there's people that are going to watch this and say, how could you badmouth Joe? And I'm not badmouthing. I appreciate what he's done for the Ravens.
Yeah.
What he's done for the Ravens, rejuvenating the team. I mean, let's be honest here. Look at the decade before Joe got here.
Yeah.
That was not a team to be proud of. I mean, we had a few glimpses, when McNair was here. But
don't say his name. Just don't say Kyle Ball.
You said it. You said it. But he who must not be named, we had him. But the thing about it, most importantly, with Joe Flacco, we got to the playoffs. But then once he got paid, coincidentally, the production stopped.
Yeah.
And my thing is, like any job, if you're not producing, I don't care how clutch you may be in certain moments.
Yeah.
If you're not producing at your job, you get fired. And the thing is, with them drafting Lamar Jackson, you knew the direction they were going. You knew the writing was on the wall. Joe knows it. Harbaugh, everybody knows it. When Lamar Jackson got drafted, you knew what was coming.
I think I questioned his leadership these past 4 games. He has been hurt. We understand that. He's got a hip issue. But I see him on the sidelines.
Sulking.
Not talking to Lamar. Not talking to RG3. You guys are a team. And you're winning. So if Lamar goes down and you're healthy, it's your chance to step back up. What kind of leader do you want to be? I know I've seen, I hate to reference the Steelers here, but when Ben was out, I see him with that earpiece in.
Yeah.
I see him talking to the quarterback and helping him with reading the coverages and things like that. I see Joe just sitting on the sideline.
He just sits there. And
so I don't quite know what his motives are. I do appreciate what he's done for us in the past, but at the same time, it might be time to move on.
I mean, at the end of the day, my argument is still this. The team plays better with Lamar. I remember one thing I saw in the offseason when Lamar was picked up. You had guys like Suggs praising him. You had the defense excited for him. Offensive players excited for him.
The fans are excited.
The fans are excited for him. I mean, outside of a few people on Facebook, most of my friends I talk to are pretty hyped about Lamar.
Makes the game exciting.
Yeah. You just don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
But my thing is, with Lamar, the team is behind him. I don't think the team's been behind Joe in years.
Yeah.
I go back to that one time, Ray Lewis, as crazy and retarded as he is can be sometimes, he was in the locker room trying to hype the team up, and he looked at Joe and said, "This is your team." Yeah. And Joe, I remember looking at that video, Joe looked like he had just seen a ghost. Like, oh shit, what am I gonna do?
I mean, you don't necessarily need to be as loud as Ray Lewis to be a leader, but command that respect. Let people know that you are, you're going to drive them down the field 80 yards. You're going to score the game-winning touchdown. And again, he has done that in the past. But the last 4 years...
Inconsistent. It comes and goes. In the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
He was great. The beginning of the year. Yeah. I had him on my fantasy team. I got him from Chris. Yeah. Had him on my fantasy team. He was doing great. Good fantasy numbers. Then all of a sudden, something happened.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was. I mean, of course, we got the Bengals game where the Ravens were destroyed. He got destroyed.
Yeah.
But
Cleveland.
It's been Cleveland. We got beat by Cleveland. I mean, let's be honest here. That's not something. I mean, Cleveland isn't the same Cleveland as years past. Yeah. But still, that's not something Ravens fans want to see. But
those are losses that can come back.
Those are losses that could come. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The Steelers are half a game ahead of us because they tied with the Browns. That's if we don't beat the Browns at the end of the season, who knows what could happen.
Yeah.
But but what I'm saying with Joe, I respect everything he's done. You know, I've been behind him, you know, through thick and thin. I mean, I've talked my shit. I mean, let's be honest here. I'm a fan. I can talk shit if I want.
Yeah, we're entitled.
But the inconsistency just isn't there. I don't know what type of leader Lamar is going to be. Yeah. I have no idea. But only time's going to tell. He's still a rookie. I mean, I don't expect him to come out and be a Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson commanding offenses right away.
I think Joe, you've had your time. I think you're going to come back. You're not going into the Hall of Fame. Let's be real. You're going to go into the Ring of Honor.
People remember him.
In a few years. You brought us the Super Bowl, but you got 4 kids. We know what you're about. Look, just let Lamar take over.
Yes.
Give him some credit. Let's see him guide this team and see where we're at the end of the year.
Yeah, I think honestly, this new offseason, I think the best bet the Ravens can do, free up that cap room, get rid of Joe, because you're not going to re-sign him for that money.
No.
Free up the cap room, start building up that line again. Marshall Yonda is going to retire within 2-3 years. I can see that. So you're going to need a new guard. You might need to do something about Stanley because he's soft as a pillow. But, yeah, I mean, let's build around Lamar and see what happens.
Yeah, the team's definitely going to get younger. We have no choice. We're one of the oldest teams in the NFL.
Exactly.
So we have to get younger. Hopefully it's not a rebuild type situation if you put the right pieces around Lamar.
I agree. I don't think we have to go through one of those long-term rebuildings. Yeah. I think we have the stars to do it. Yeah. Let's just get after it.
The offensive line, look how they block. They love run blocking. Yeah. It is clearly obvious.
Every lineman does. Yes. Firing out the ball and getting to smack the guy across me, that's exciting. Yes. But when you talk about the line, that was another argument I had for Lamar, and I'm planning on writing an article actually for thisislit2.com. Coming from a point of view of a former player, someone that's coached, someone that studies the game and now apparently reports on it. I don't know when the hell this happened, but here we are. With a player like Lamar and a deep running back core like the Ravens have, where you don't know who you're going to get, Gus Edwards, Ty Montgomery. You just don't know who you're going to get. Yeah. For a defense, you're stuck in a situation where you have to either take a linebacker or a safety, play them at spot.
Catch them up. Yeah.
Watch the quarterback at all times. That takes away from coverage. Yeah. That's number one. Number two, you have to use defensive ends in a way that defensive ends don't typically care to do, and that's play him safe. They have to They have to prevent him from getting to the outside instead of rushing in and going after him.
They make 1 or 2 choices, and they hope it's the right one.
You have to contain the quarterback. So with defenses, that's hard to coach. Yeah. I mean, let's be honest here. When as more comfortable as Lamar Jackson gets with passing, when defense are playing the spy, when they're playing, QB contain, that's going to open up a ton of passing. Yeah. Once he clicks in his head,
that accuracy down,
that accuracy, once it comes out, dude, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
I mean, with Joe, it's like he just stands there, and takes sacks, or you're not going to see him out running. That's okay, because that's not Joe. Yeah. It was when he was first with us, though. But
I don't want to see
Joe.
Joe
Joe today. It's not the Joe today.
But I think you just got to ride the wave.
We got it. Let's just ride the wave.
And he's 3-1. Mm-hmm. We're a half game back of the Steelers.
We're back in it.
They have a lot tougher schedule. We sneak in and get that 4 seed, get that division.
That's a wrap.
You
save Harbaugh's job. I think, in my opinion, I think
move,
Harbaugh's job is saved if they go to the playoffs.
And
I like Harbaugh too.
Depending on what move he makes, I mean, I don't think he is going to go back to Flacco. But say he did, and we lost 2 out of the next 3.
That's a wrap.
I mean, he's probably thinking he's got to ride this wave too.
Yeah.
So as a fan, I'm excited.
Yeah, so let's actually get into some news around town. It's a little segment where we talk about different sports going on around Baltimore.
Yeah.
UMD men's soccer wins the national championship. That's exciting. I mean, how awesome is that?
Right. Championships. That's what we do. The Maryland men's basketball wins the Charm City Classic at Royal Farms Arena again. They had that tough loss earlier in the week, so they rebounded with a nice win.
Towson, sadly, they fell to Morgan State in the Charm City College Class to be knocked out of that.
And hey, good news.
Big news in Maryland.
Good news if you're a Maryland fan. I've talked to a lot of people, a lot of college football fans. Mike Locksley back in Maryland. Hopefully he's matured a little bit from the time that he had here. I know his record's not as good as a head coach. But you know what? He's a good recruiter. We have a lot of good local talent that go to other parts of the country.
100%.
I think it's a good hire.
I think when you bring in the offensive coordinator for Alabama, who is probably single-handedly the best college football team in America.
It's an NFL team.
I mean, they're damn near an NFL team. Let's be honest. If Alabama needs an NFL team, just convert Alabama. But you bring that name.
Yeah.
You bring in just his style of coaching. And I think it's something that Maryland needs. We need the recruiting. Again, like you said, so much talent leaves the state. There's no reason Maryland should be in bad a shape as they are. And you can tell they're good because they kept up with Ohio State. Let's not forget that. That's something to build on. What's going to happen next year? You have an SEC coach in the Big Ten. Let's go.
Anything's possible.
Book it. Now, in our This Week in Baltimore history, talk about December 12th, 1959, where Johnny Unitas threw 3 touchdown passes and the Colts intercepted 5 passes. One by linebacker Dick Zemanski, who rumbled 15 yards for a score, as the Colts defeated the Rams in Los Angeles. Yup, Justin, they beat the Rams all them years ago, 45-25 to win their second straight NFL Western Division title.
Wow, Johnny U, the greatest quarterback in Baltimore history. Let's be honest,
he's the best we've had.
But
hey, look, Baltimore doing defense. That's what Baltimore does, defense.
December 12th of '99. That was a good year.
Woo!
The Ravens over the Steelers, 31-24. Quadri Ismail, the missile. He set a team record with 258 receiving yards. I don't know if another wide receiver from the Ravens will ever touch that. Scores 3 touchdowns, 54 yards, 59 yards, and 76 yards, all in the third quarter.
Nobody scores in the third quarter, man. This guy destroyed the third quarter. Made the Steelers look like a practice squad.
Times were different back
Times were a lot different, but
yeah.
That's our historical moment for Baltimore, and that's our episode of Charm City Beat. Thank you for tuning in. Whether you're watching this on thisisleague2.com or watching YouTube, stay tuned. Next week we have another episode. Take care.